In this lesson, we'll be learning about complex imaginary numbers. So a complex imaginary number is just I, which is the standard one, and it's equivalent to square root of -1. An example is like when you have the square root of -2. It's not a real number. Because like a square root can't be negative. However, you can also rewrite it as square root of 2i. And another example is I squared. And I squared is just like the square root of I squared. A square root of -1 squared. But like since it's square root, the square and square root cancel out, so it's just -1. And for I to the third power, it's just I squared times I, so -1 times I, which is equivalent to -I. And I to the fourth power is I squared times I squared, so I squared because 2 plus 2 is 4. And you can just do -1 times -1, which equals 1. So I to the fourth power is just 1. Okay, so if you like try to do like addition or subtraction with I, you can just treat it like a variable. So 5i plus 1i is just going to be 6i because you treat it like a variable. And for 5i minus I, you can just do 5i minus 1i, which is just going to be 4i. However, for multiplication and division, or for multiplication, it's different. So you can rewrite 5i times I as 5i squared. And what we did before, in our slide before, I squared equaled -1. So you just want to multiply 5 and -1 because that's what I squared equals. And so 5i times I is just going to be -5. And for 5i divided by I, we're going to treat it also like a variable. So you just put 5i on the numerator and then I on the denominator, and you just cancel them out. So it just equals 5. I hope you found this video to be helpful.